Hello everyone, my name is Ksenia and today I'll be showing you how to design this beautiful, just gorgeous winter festive wreath using one of our DIY kits that are available for the purchase on nectarflowersottawa.ca, and they also come in very different designs and color schemes. Okay, so let's see what we have in our winter festive DIY wreath kit. So of course we have a variety of greenery, and I love using and combining different types of greenery. Here we have my favorite cedar, white pine, silver fir, and some spruce. Obviously the wreath form is included, metal shape. We have some pre-cut wire right here and the decor pieces. Because it's a traditional version, we have some nice elements, pine cones, real cinnamon, sliced orange, and some little golden decor. So let's begin. We will begin by creating some bundles that we will attach with the help of wire to our metal wreath shape. We would need pruners, or you can also use any type of scissors. So we begin with cutting little pieces of our greenery. And I like to combine all three or all four, depending on your wreath kit, types of greenery. We'll take some pine, some silver fir, spruce, and of course, don't forget about the cedar. So we take all of them and we would need to clean the stems just a little bit, just enough to properly tie them. After that, we'll take a piece of wire and let's create a little bunch. By creating a little bunch, we attach the wire and we make a little loop once and twice, just so it holds securely. After that, we will begin attaching it to our wreath shape. For that, we will use the flat side where we have two metal lines just parallel to each other. We place our very first bundle, cross the wire behind, and after that, for our easiness, we turn the metal shape. We do a few twists with the wire, and after that, I like attaching it to the one long line right here just for better security. Make sure you attach nice and tight, just because with the time, the greens will shrink a little bit, and if you don't properly secure, they might fall out. After that, we will do the second one. We cut another piece of cedar. Oh, here we go with two of them, and we have some silver fir right here. And let's have some spruce. And don't forget about pine. Some people prefer pre-cutting all of their greens and creating small bundles and after that attaching them. Alternatively, you can cut every time and attach it to the wreath. Just depends on you. Let's clean it up. And let's create a small, nice bundle. Each of the bunches will overlap diagonally the previous one. We take a piece of wire, attach it nicely and securely, make one loop, second one, and just attach diagonally. Turn it, secure it with one twist, second one, and don't forget to attach to the inner metal wire, just for better security. After we finish our wreath, we can cut these little pieces to make a nice look, but right now it doesn't bother us. Let's continue. And I have some pre-cut greens already right here, so we will use them. Take some pine, a little bit of cedar, some spruce, and some silver fir. Another piece of wire, one loop, and the second one, and attach it the same way. Oops, and my glove got it right into there. The bigger the bundles you make, the more volume your wreath will have. But don't forget, if you have too big bunches, the center will become smaller and smaller. So that's something that we need to keep in mind. A few loops, and after that, just attach it to another piece of wire. Here we go. And after that, we will continue making all of the shape of the circle. And one thing that we also need to remember, that ideally all of our bundles need to look the same way. In our case, we're kind of working out with the clock counterwise way. And here we go with the final product. So I've attached all the little bundles. It took me approximately 50 minutes. And I'll just show you how it looks like from the other side. We have all the bundles attached. And also, after I finished doing the whole wreath, I realized that some of the sides were a little bit naked. So I attached also a couple of bundles just to the side, right here. And now we will turn it. We'll place it and let the fun begin. We will start decorating our wreath. So before we move on to the final decoration, we need to do a little sampling. I will start with some of the orange slices, and I'll just play with their positioning, because you don't want to end up gluing something with a hot glue that you will not like afterwards. So let's position it here and there. And now I see that I would probably like to switch a couple of these pieces. Here we go. And we'll move on to the pine cones. So I'm not looking for any kind of symmetry, because we're trying to imitate nature, and nature is never symmetrical. But we do want to have the wreath kind of balanced, so you don't feel that one side is a little bit heavier than the other. We'll add some small pieces. And probably right here. Perfect. We will also attach some of the cinnamon all together. We don't need a lot, but just to kind of make it nice and festive. Here we go. And I also have some golden glass Christmas balls, a little bit of ornaments that I'll be positioning here and there overall in the wreath. So right here in this winter kit, we have 3 sizes: the big one, the medium ones, and the small ones. And it works very well for adding the texture to the whole piece. So feel free to play with all of your decor items just to kind of know what you're doing, and then we will gradually, step by step, glue all them together. Let's finish up. I feel like I want to use all of the ornaments, and we'll put one here. And it's very nice because they already come with a piece of wire, so it makes them really easy to be attached, just because you probably don't want to use a hot glue on the glass. And I also will use some of these beads, and I will cut them into small ones. There we go. And just glue them all together. Oops, and we lost it. Okay, we'll take another one. Take one more. And we'll just position them kind of randomly here and there. One more here. Perfect. Here we go. We also have a little bit of these guys, and they will go in the wreath. For them, I kind of like them to be a little bit symmetrical, and I feel like this will be my bottom, so we can make it a little bit heavier. I'm gonna move the oranges a tiny bit. And the last thing that I have is some dry materials that we will probably also add to create a little bit of volume and, of course, work on our texture. Oops, they can be a little bit messy, but that's okay. That's a creative process. Oops. Here we go. And now if I just need to see whether everything looks good. Excellent. With the cinnamon, it's very interesting what we're gonna do because we're gonna tie it together so it's easier to glue it. We will use the same wire we used for attaching our bundles, and we will just tie it nicely together. It also gives a little bit of kind of rustic look to the cinnamon and just looks better. Excellent, and we will do it to every single piece of cinnamon. So let's begin. We will need a glue gun. This one is a little bit industrial glue gun, but you can use any, even the one from a simple dollar store. Don't forget to warm it up so it works nicely and properly. And don't forget to be a little bit careful about this area. You don't want to end up with the skin burns on your fingers. So we will start with these oranges. We'll take the first slice. We will add a little bit of glue. Just a tiny bit, not too much. You wait for a few seconds, and then you secure it on the evergreens. Hold it for a couple seconds, and let's move on to the next one. So with the oranges like this, I like to apply the glue on the sides, on the part that we usually peel, just because the soft part can be kind of too soft to actually hold. Perfect. And we add it to the first one. Here we go, nicely and securely. The little cinnamon bunch, I attach all the wire just so it's not visible. And we add a hot glue. Hold it for a couple seconds and attach nicely to the greens. Excellent, good job. With this, guys, with the ornaments, it's the easiest way to work with them is to attach using their wire, and I usually do it at the very end so we can flip the wreath and attach it nicely to the wreath form. Pine cone works just the same way. I like it to be a little bit on the sides, so I will be putting some hot glue on the sides. We don't need much, but just enough to kind of hold it securely. And boom. Wait for a few seconds. Done. This one works the same way. We'll do it at the very end. And this one, probably we will do it right now and then just cut the leftovers. Hold it. Excellent, good job. Let's move on to the next two oranges, and of course the first one that we will place is the one that is a little bit behind. So in this case I wanted to do kind of this shape. So we will start with the big guy and then do the smaller one. Don't forget that on your wreath you can use any type of decor pieces that you already have at home. Could be something that you would have from your kids or something that is connected to your profession. One of our students designed a wreath, and she is a wonderful makeup artist, and she added to her traditional winter wreath a whole bunch of different lipsticks and mascaras. Looked very nice. Hold it for a little bit. Excellent. And the small one. Hold it for a few seconds. Beautiful. And don't forget about the small ones. They're very easy to glue and they add quite a lot of texture to the final product. And with them, I don't usually try to do any kind of symmetrical shape. You just stick them here and there. Perfect. And here we go with our final result. So all the decor pieces are already attached, I have glued all the orange slices. The glass ornaments are wired, so it was very easy to connect them with the wreath base. The craft bunny tails add the very nice texture, and we also have tiny accents to add some shine. So let's have another look a bit closer. Here we go. Some of the evergreens in the kit also come already painted with gold to perfectly match with the scheme. And here we have our spectacular winter festive wreath, ready to be put on the front door or gifted to someone special. Congratulations!